Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ion Energy's channel, Mongolia's first lithium brine explorer and developer preparing for the electrified future. Joining us, we always have the pleasure of Ali Haji, the Chief Executive Officer. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you, Kyle. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, and last we spoke, you were mentioning that you were heading off to the mining conference in Toronto there, and I'm curious to what you saw on the ground floor from kind of like an EV metal exploration kind of sediment and just kind of what you saw in general in the current macro environment being pretty tumultuous.
Yeah, absolutely. PDAC, a conference that is synonymous with mining. In fact, the largest mining conference held anywhere on the planet is here in Toronto, usually in March. This year it was in June. Thanks to the pandemic, it was pushed out. We've seen that sort of attendance was quite strong, so not as large as the prior years, but a very strong showing nonetheless, given it was moved to the summer. A lot of companies, including, as you mentioned, those in the battery metal space, more importantly, more and more strategics now looking to consolidate their position in the battery metal space have shown more interest in both Ion Energy and other plays that are similar to ours. So we had a number of really good conversations with strategics, Asian and otherwise, that would be keen to take a look at Ion Energy when the time is right. Of course, as you know, we've come off the back of a very successful exploration program with grades of up to 918 milligrams per liter on surface. We're now planning our deeper holes, which will go down over the course of the summer, allowing us to reach an early resource indication in and around Q4 of this year on Orgach-Naran. So that's extremely exciting. And then last but not least, I think, it's important that our viewers recognize and take this back, and we need to reiterate the fact that we are in fact fully funded. So the markets are tumultuous. That makes things quite difficult for a number of juniors. For us, we've taken a bit of a dive in our share price, as has everybody else in the industry, and it is industry agnostic. But again, we are fully funded, so we're not looking for equity at this time. We have plenty of cash to keep us going for at least the next 18 months. And we'll use that cash to further de-risk our assets and ultimately do some marketing as well. So stay tuned, watch this space, and happy to answer any other questions you may have, Kyle.
Yeah, for 18 months fully funded, I feel like is a pretty great place strategically, because I feel like a lot of people that have to flood for cash right now are probably sweating a little bit at what prices and share value they're going to be able to pull that at, right? But you guys are also kind of in this comparable space with other industries. You want to talk a little bit about how you guys sit within this sector against some of these other companies, maybe in the value aspect of it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think from a value proposition perspective, Ion Energy being on the doorstep of the Chinese behemoth that is the largest consumer on the planet, being a fully funded operation with a fully funded plan for exploration over the next 18 months, alongside some industry experts that include ex-Neo Lithium, ex-Lithium Americas, ex-Tesla employees, individuals that have really been able to build companies that are in the billions in terms of their valuation. When we compare Ion Energy today to some of our peers, I think you'll find that we've had results that mirror very much those that would have been shown by very many strategics or very many larger organizations. So very exciting early days, obviously being funded with a team full of industry experts. And the ability to service that large market as opposed to being 15,000 nautical miles away from it, of course, I think makes Ion quite compelling to our investors.
Yeah, it's setting up to be a very neat value proposition for sure. But at that point, maybe I'll pass the question off to the viewers. We'd love to know what you guys think about all this in that comment section below. Consider checking out the stock, letting us know what you think, and perhaps we can do an investor Q&A with Ali here down the road. But also consider subscribing, because as news hits, as we get into the summer, more drill programs, more results, we'll update you here as well. But on that note, stay cool, stay awesome. And as always, I look forward to catching you in the next one.